Hello, good morning friends. I, Dr. V. M. Tidke, Sanjeevani College of Engineering, Department of MBA, welcomes you all. Today, let us continue our studies of unit number 3 under Decision Science. In particular, we are going to see decision making under uncertainty. So, at the end of the session, every student will be able to understand the various techniques under decision making under uncertainty. So moving further, the various models under decision making under uncertainty are: number 1, maximum gain or minimax loss criteria; number 2, maximax gain or min loss criteria; number 3, Hurwitz alpha criteria; number 4, Laplace criteria; and last, number 5, minimax regret criteria. Friends, I hope you remember, decision making under uncertainty means you are being provided with payoff matrix but you do not know the probabilities. Okay, so the various techniques are maximum gain or minimax loss, maximax gain or min loss, Hurwitz alpha, Laplace criteria, and minimax regret criteria. Friends, maximum gain means what? If you are being provided with a payoff table that is of profits or gain, then you will be using a strategy called maximum. And if the payoff table is given of losses or costs, then you will be using a minimax loss criteria. And similarly, in case of second model, if the payoff table is of profits or gains, then you will be using maximax criteria, and if the table is given with the cost or losses, then you will be using a min criteria, and so on and so forth. Okay, so now let us begin with our first technique under decision making under uncertainty. So first, maximum gain or min loss criteria. You can see in the problem you have been provided with a profit table pertaining to 3 strategies and 4 nature of outcomes. Okay, so we will be moving for a maximum gain criteria in particular for this problem. So friends, maximum means maximum of minimum. I repeat, maximum means maximum of minimum. So in this particular case, what you are supposed to do is, on the basis of payoff table which has been given to you, you have to identify the minimum values among us the different strategies, and among us those minimum values you have to identify the maximum among us them, which is nothing but your strategy that you will be moving for. Okay, so let us begin. As you can see, for strategy 1 there are 4 values associated. One is 30, 10, 10 and 8. Out of these 4 values, the minimum value is 8 corresponding to N4. So you will be writing 8. You can see it in the last column. Secondly, for strategy S2, there has been 4 payoffs: 40, minus 15, 5 and 7. Out of them, least is minus 15. So you have noted down it in the last column. And lastly, for strategy number 3, the values are 50, 20, minus 6 and 10. The minimum among us them is minus 6. So you have got 3 values, that is 8, minus 15 and minus 6. So you have found out the minimum values. Now, as the criteria is maximum, that is maximum of minimum, so you will be identifying the maximum value among us these 3. So you can see there is a value called 8 corresponding to strategy S1, which is maximum among us the 3 values that you have identified. So our maximum is 8, and as the maximum is associated with strategy S1, so the optimal strategy that company would be opting is strategy 1 or S1. So got the point, friends? It's very simple technique by which you can identify the decision. What you have to do is, if it is a profit table, you have to use a maximum criteria. If it is a loss table, you have to use a minimax criteria. In this particular problem, as it was a maximum, it was a profit table, you have used the maximum. When you will be using maximum, what you are supposed to do? You have to find out the maximum of minimum. So firstly, strategy wise, you have to identify the minimum value, and then among us the values you have to identify the maximum one, and the strategy corresponding to that maximum is nothing but your strategy. I hope you have understood the same. If yes, then let us move towards strategy number 2. Friends, our second strategy is maximax gain or min-min loss criteria. Maximax gain or min-min loss criteria is based on the positive approach of the decision maker. Okay, now let us try to see how to do it. When we say maximax gain or min-min loss, it means that maximum of maximum in case of gain or profit table, or minimum of minimum in case of cost or loss table. So let us try to do it for the same problem. The payoffs are given to us. So the maximum value associated with strategy 1 is 30, written in the last column. Then maximum value corresponding to strategy S2 is 40, and the maximum value corresponding to S3 is 50. So you have to find out the maximum among these three values. That is nothing but a 50. So your maximax is 50, and as the maximax 50 is associated with strategy S3, the optimal strategy of the company is S3. Okay, so here you have to find out maximum of maximum if it is a profit table, or minimum of minimum if it is a loss table. Simple one. Okay, now moving further, let us try to see the third criteria, that is Harvey's alpha criteria. Harvey's alpha criteria is based on the averaging approach of a decision maker, whereby we will be using the alpha values. Alpha value is already been be given, and there will be a formula that you will be using, and the formula is alpha into capital M plus 1 minus alpha into small m, where capital M is the maximum profit and small m is the minimum profit. So let us try to do it with the help of a problem. We have a same problem along with 3 strategies and 4 outcomes. So the first step that we will be moving in Harvey's alpha is we will be identifying the maximum values and minimum values. So you can see in the next column besides N4 there is a column of maximum value denoted with the letter capital M. Remember, capital M. Okay, so now the maximum among the strategy 1 was 30, for strategy S2 maximum was 40, and for strategy 3 maximum was 50. Similarly, you have to identify the minimum values as well. So you can see the next column, that is minimum, denoted with the letter small m. Remember, small m. So the minimum values for strategy 1 are 8, for strategy S2 it is minus 15, and for strategy S3 it is minus 6. Now you have to identify the expected profit associated on the basis of Harvey's criteria. So what is the Harvey's criteria? There is a formula, alpha into capital M plus 1 minus alpha into small m. In this particular problem, we are supposed to use alpha value to be 0.7, which is already given. So if you will put the value of 0.7 into the formula, you can get the expected profit associated with S1. The answer is coming out to be 23.4. How it has came, that is also denoted below in the form of note. So there is a formula, alpha into capital M plus 1 minus alpha into small m. As the alpha value is 0.7, so 0.7 multiplied by capital M corresponding to S1, capital M is 30. So 0.7 multiplied by 30 plus 1 minus alpha, that is 1 minus 0.7, which comes to 0.3. So 0.3 multiplied by small m. Small m is nothing but the value corresponding to S1 with the value small m. So it is 8. So 0.3 multiplied by 8. And if you will do the calculations, you will find that the Harvey's value for strategy S1 comes to 23.4. Similarly, you will be doing the calculations for S2 and S3, and you will be getting corresponding values to be 23.5 and 33.2. So when you will be getting the Harvey's values, the maximum among them is something which you will be aiming at. So in this case, the maximum value is corresponding to S3 and the value is 33.2. Hence, on the basis of Harvey's alpha criteria, the maximum expected profit of rupees 33.2 is expected with S3. So the optimal strategy by the company is S3. Okay, so this is the simplest way of doing Harvey's alpha. I repeat, here you have to identify maximum value, minimum value, then has to do the expected value calculations with the help of a formula called alpha into capital M plus 1 minus alpha into small m. Get on the expected profit values, identify the maximum associated with them, and the corresponding strategy is nothing but the strategy that company would be going for. So this is the Hurwitz alpha criteria. Then moving further with the fourth criteria, that is the Laplace criteria. Laplace criteria is based on the logical or average aspect of the decision maker. So hereby we are only going to find out the average and maximum among them is the strategy that we will be opting to. So let us try to do it practically. So the same problem we are moving up with. You can see the payoff table having 3 strategies and 4 outcomes. Now the first step that you will be doing in Laplace criteria is you have to find out the average values of each strategy. So for strategy S1, the average value is 30 plus 10 plus 10 plus 8 divided by 4, which comes to rupees 14.5. Okay. Similarly, for strategy S2, the average profit comes to rupees 9.25, which is nothing but 40 minus 15 plus 5 plus 7 divided by 4. And for strategy S3, the average expected profit comes to rupees 18.5. So among us these three average values, the maximum value is 18.5 associated with strategy S3, and hence the optimal strategy according to Laplace criteria is strategy S3 with a payoff of rupees 18.5. Okay, so this is the Laplace criteria, and now let us move towards the last technique under decision making under uncertainty, that is minimax regret criteria. We will be moving up with the same problem whereby there are 3 strategies and 4 outcomes having the associated payoffs. Now the first step in case of minimax regret is you have to identify the regret. How to identify the regret, I will tell you. You have to see among us the columns. Say for example, there is a first column of values n1. So there are 3 values, 30, 40 and 50. So among us these 3 values, you have to identify the maximum value. So 30, 40, 50. What is the maximum? 50. Am I right? So what you have to do is you have to subtract all the corresponding payoffs from the maximum payoff associated with outcome n1. So in this case, the maximum value is 50. So 50 minus 30 comes to 20, which is written in the cell S1N1. Then 50 minus 40 comes to 10, and 50 minus 50 comes to 0. So the 3 values that we have got is 20, 10 and 0. You can see that in the regret table written downwards. Next is for outcome N2, the maximum payoff value is 20. Among us the 10, minus 15 and 20 corresponding to N2. So 20 is the maximum. So you have to subtract all the payoffs from 20 in N2 column. So the first thing that you will be getting is 20 minus 10 comes to 10. Then 20 minus 15 comes to 35, and 20 minus 20 comes to 0. So you can see the values downside in the column N2. The regret values comes to 10, 35 and 0. Similarly, for column N3, the maximum value is 10, and you will be subtracting all the values from 10. So 10 minus 10 comes to 0, 10 minus 5 comes to 5, and 10 minus 6 comes to 16. And lastly, for N4, the maximum payoff is 10. So subtracting all the values from 10, you will be getting the regret column for N4, and the values comes to 10 minus 8, 2, 10 minus 3, 7, 3 and 10 minus 10, 0. So you have got a regret table which gets by subtracting all the payoffs from the maximum payoff associated with that particular column. So you have got a regret table, and among us this regret table, what you have to do is you have to find out the maximum values. So you can see in the last column of your regret table, the maximum value among us strategy S1 is 20. The maximum value associated with S2 is 35, that is among us 10, 35, 5 and 3. and for last S3 the maximum value among us 0, 0, 16 and 0 is 16. So you have got three values 20, 35 and 16, and out of these three values you have to identify the minimax. Minimax is simple, minimum of maximum. So in this particular criteria you have to remember the name minimax regret criteria. So minimax means minimum of maximum. So among us these three values, the minimax comes out to be 16, which is associated with S3, and hence the optimal strategy with which company would be moving is strategy S3. Okay, so minimax regret is the last criteria. I repeat how to do in the same. You have to identify the maximum value among us the columns and has to subtract all other payoffs from that maximum value, and similarly you have to develop a regret table. Once your regret table is ready, you have to identify the maximum regret across the strategies, and then you have to perform the minimum among them, which is nothing but your minimax regret, and the corresponding strategy associated with minimax regret is the strategy according to minimax criteria you will be going up for. So these are the various techniques by which you can get on the solutions by using decision making under uncertainty. I hope you have liked the video, so kindly do it, watch again and do a small exercise, state and explain with example the various decision theories under uncertainty. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any doubts, you can contact me on the mentioned details. Thank you. Have a nice time.